Good afternoon. This is Kubatana again, and following up from our last chat, we just thought we should introduce healthy eating habits. Today, as our guest, we have somebody all the way from Scotland. So, this lady is a health coach, she's a jogging leader, and she's the leader of a Facebook group called Learning to Run, nutrition training. Sorry, after that again, it's learning to run, strength, nutrition, and training community. And this lady is also working for the NHS in Scotland in health improvement. And her name is Jennifer Patrick. So Kubatana, help me welcome Jennifer Patrick to the group. Jennifer, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. And do you just want me to go ahead and start? You said some people are on their lunch hour. Yeah.
Yeah, you can start. So Jennifer is going to talk to us briefly about healthy eating and how it can benefit us in our primary health care. So yes, go ahead, Jennifer.
Okay. So what I thought I would do today is just remind y'all of the Eat Well plate. And the Eat Well plate has the food groups you're trying to get into your diet. So I'll show it to you here. You've got your veggies, you've got your whole grains, you've got your dairy, and you've got your meats and your beans and legumes. And then here you've got the rubbish, and that's the bit that everybody likes, the cheesecakes and the cookies and the good stuff. And what I would like to say is whatever you do, don't take that bit out, because if you do, it's hard to sustain a diet that doesn't have something you love in it. So keep that in it. And what I was saying with you about veg, once you're a certain age, we're talking about our age. I won't say how old you are, but I'll say how old I am. I'm fixing to be 50. And as we age, we need more veg, because veg can help with things like constipation, and it can help get the bad stuff out of your body, that the toxins. So you need to try to focus on getting more veg. What was I going to tell you about that as well? The leafy greens are the part that's really important, because they help you get the estrogen out of your body, and you're less likely to get the cancers, because they push the estrogen out when you go to the toilet. So really try to up your veg. The whole grains, you want to try to get the brown ones, the brown rice, the brown pasta, and let's see, the milk is good sources of calcium and riboflavin, so you want to get your milk in. And then the beans, they're real good too. They've studied people that live to 100 years old, and there are places in the world that's called blue zones. And the people in the blue zones that live to be that age, they include a lot of beans in their diet. Now, you can get beans in a can, they're not expensive. So beans are a good thing to add to your diet if you like them. You can make chilies and things like that. So the first tip I'm going to tell you 3 quick tips. Remind you to get the veggies up like I already have. The second one is watch out for processed stuff. So like this is a bar and it says it's healthy, right? 94 calories. So there's not many calories at all. But when you take this little card, which I'm going to send y'all a copy of, and you look at the sugar in it, it's high in sugar, right? So that's not going to fill you up as much as if you had something like a banana or 2 tangerines. It's just going to make you feel hungry. Also, you want to look at ingredients, and if things have more than 5 or 6 ingredients, you want to keep those things in your 20% of rubbish, because it's better to eat as close to nature as we can. So like fruits and vegetables and things that have less than 5 ingredients. The only other thing I wanted to get across today is the importance of moving. And she tells me that some of you are training to walk up. Is it Snowdonia?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So if you're currently not exercising and you start exercising, it's one of the most wonderful things you can do for your health, right? It can help prevent diabetes, lower your blood pressure, osteoporosis. Now they're even showing that for people who are prone to dementia, that it can help with dementia. It strengthens your bones. It makes you feel good. I have so many friends who have been on antidepressants, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Sometimes we need them. We have grief, and we really, really need the pill. But I've been able, when I've went through hard times in life, I've been able to use exercise to get through that. So, and exercise doesn't have any side effects like some of these pills do. So it's just to encourage you to exercise because there's so many wonderful benefits. And the last thing I'm going to say is that the recommendations for physical activity are 150 minutes a week. So if you divide that up, it's 30 minutes 5 times. But a lot of people look at that and say, oh my God, I can't do that much. I don't want to do that much. And then they feel guilty because they don't do that. So what I would like to challenge you to do is just walk 5 minutes. Start small. Start with 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And once you get to that, go further. And what the research shows is if you feel happy and you feel good about things, you're more likely to change than if you're blaming yourself, feeling guilty about it. So that'd be my biggest piece of advice around physical activity, is just to start small and build up. And it sounds like you've got a big challenge ahead of you. So is it a year before you do it?
Yes, in a year's time.
So you've got plenty of time to break that up into little steps rather than doing it all at once. So that's me. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Okay, I'm just going to unmute whoever. Do you want to raise your hand if you've got a question? Can I just ask Jennifer on proportions? Does it matter really? You know, you've mentioned a few foods that is good for us. Does it matter like how much? I know you said we need to up our greens as we age, as we get onto that age.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I'm doing a menopause course right now. And what they said, I was watching one of the videos last night, and they said in the course of a month to try and get 30 different types of veggies, because the difference in the veggies is what makes the gut health better. Now, I know some of you be like, 30 veggies, I don't even like one. But if you can eat a diversity of different ones, that's the best way to go, right? They tell you 5 a day, but I've heard they tell you that because they think you won't eat what you should be eating, and that 9 a day is better than 5 a day. But it's just a serving, so it's like a handful, a fistful. It's not like you have to eat tons and tons. And you can sneak them into your diet. Like I have a smoothie after I run, and I put frozen broccoli in it, but I also put chocolate protein mix in it. So it tastes like chocolate. And if you, I don't know if you like avocado, it sounds disgusting, but if you put a quarter of an avocado in a chocolate smoothie, it makes it really smooth and tasty. So that's some ways you can add veg, is to put it in something else. Or if you're cooking a big batch of chili or pasta, you can sneak some veg in that way, and you don't taste it as much.
My weakness is peanuts.
Peanut butter or?
No, well, even peanut butter, but mostly it's the nuts. They say eat a handful. I open, those little packs. I can eat it like that. They are like my snacking thing. And they were saying, oh, they're okay, but they can be negative if you eat too much. And I
Yeah.
think I eat well. I just grew up eating nuts, eating it in form of like peanut butter or as. And if I don't have it, I actually leave the house to go and buy nuts.
Do you have an Aldi where you are? An
Yes.
Aldi? Yeah.
Mm.
One thing they always have up by the tills are just little tiny sachets of nuts. They're not as big as like at Marks and Spencer's or
Mm.
what's the other one? Sainsbury's. They have big things of them. And I'm like
Yeah.
you, I want to eat the whole lot if I open
Mm.
them. But
Mm.
all these has some smaller sachets. Sometimes they
Mm.
have like dried fruit in them. If you can
Mm.
get one of those, they're more of a proper portion.
Do you know,
And
I know I've bought them. Do you know, I go through them like that. And then
you
I
love
find myself wanting, yeah. But is it like seriously wrong? Or do I, eating lots of nuts?
It's not bad. I eat a lot of peanuts in my diet as well because
Mm.
of peanut butter. I like peanut
Yeah.
butter and almond
Mm.
butter, and
Yeah.
healthy fats are good for you, but there's
Mm.
two things there. You do need to watch the portions because they will
Right.
make you overweight because of the
Mm.
fat. And the
Yeah.
other thing is try to get them without salt. Have you ever been to a fast food place and seen the sachets of salt they give?
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
one of them, just one, is what you're meant to have for a whole day. So you
Mm.
can imagine if you're eating a lot of salty nuts, you're
Mm.
probably eating too much of them and it'll make your blood pressure go up.
Okay.
But
But
no,
I
no.
don't have a blood pressure though at the moment. I have nothing.
Yeah, well, that's good then. I mean, nuts are good for you. Just be
Mm.
careful. If you're trying
Okay.
to lose weight, if you're trying
Yeah.
to, but I
Mm.
don't like to encourage weight loss. I like to encourage nourishing,
Yeah.
and nuts are nourishing. So
Mm.
as long as you're not gaining weight, you should be okay. And
Okay.
maybe if you had them with something,
I
like it,
do. That's I
you,
normally put them in my cereal. I put them mostly in my cereal.
okay,
Mm.
okay. Sometimes I have them with an apple, like an
Yeah.
apple and a
Yeah.
handful of nuts.
Apple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Someone just asked. Oh, go ahead, Mabel.
You said something about menopause, the things you're doing. I'm actually like, I think, feeling like like I can't get sleep with menopause or hot sweats and waking up every hour. What advice can you give for in terms of diet to help with your menopause?
Back to the veggies. Let me show you something. Where did it go? It's right here. This came in the mail this week, right? Gut health and sleep, right? So if you get a healthy gut, if you get your enough of this good bacteria in your gut, that's supposed to help you sleep well. I'm learning more about it, so if I can learn more about it, I'll share it with you, and we can go from there. But definitely try to get your veggies up if you can.
I can give a bit of advice on it as well because I've come on my menopause. I'm 53 now, and what you've just shared there is actually right. I started doing lots of exercise. That's how I just went into hiking because I do daily hikes every
Mm-hmm.
day. I do at least 7 miles.
Wow,
Yeah,
brilliant.
and ever since I started doing that, it's almost like because you sweat a lot. When I come in and I eat lots of vegetables, by the way, cut down on my meat, the red meat,
Mm-hmm.
taking a lot of white meat, so the fish, the chicken, and also how you cook it. Avoid fried or deep fat fried um,
Yeah, yeah,
meals and things like that, and eating mostly like high fiber food. I
yeah,
found that it just settled me, and of course I have to cut down on the dairy products.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I had to cut a lot on the dairy, so I've totally cut out on my cakes, desserts, that sort of thing. Mostly take my milk with my cereal, reduced from a full cream milk to I take the green one now. But some people, But what it has done is with loss of weight, because I lost a lot of weight and all that, I sleep better. I sleep throughout the night. I don't wake up at all. And the sweats have really gone down a lot.
Brilliant. It
If
sounds
you
like
replace the milk with the soya, they say it's actually better. But
yeah.
I can't get soya milk in my cereal. I'm so used to milk. I just take the green one. So
Yes.
depending on how much milk you take, I don't drink tea with sugar. I drink tea with no sugar. And obviously you need to reduce that, the amount of tea you take. If you can, take a lot of herbal
Herbal tea, yeah.
herbal teas,
You
yeah.
can switch to like almond milks too. They have
Yeah.
unsweetened almond milk, and they're quite nice.
I know, I buy that. It's very expensive though. Sometimes
They have it at Morrison's for £1.
okay. Because I
Yeah,
normally buy
it's
it.
Morrison's own brand, and it's I think it may even be 90p. I've got some downstairs.
Even Sainsbury's, it's a pound. My son uses that.
It
And
might
you know
be
what?
because
It's
where I buy, they were selling it £1.65, a little like thing like that.
yeah, didn't pay that.
No, that's when I thought, no, it's not worth it. It's a little box like that and £1.65, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
I'll
think
give them a try.
the reducing the dairy thing is good, and that's what I do too. I do drink dairy, but like sometimes I'll have the almond milk, sometimes I'll have the regular milk, sometimes I buy oat milk. And that way you're not having the same thing all the time, because they say these cancers that are made worse by estrogens can be made worse by dairy. So, I mean, but I don't believe in eliminating it, because it's a good source of riboflavin and calcium. But reducing it, like you said, and the same with the red meat. Red meat is one of the best sources of iron, but you only need it maybe once or twice a week, not every meal, maybe even not that much.
Thank you so much. Maybe we will get somebody to talk about this menopause as well at some point.
Yeah.
Somebody asked a bit about popcorn. What do you say about popcorn? Is there too much popcorn eating? Is that bad for you? What can you comment on that, please?
I think it's okay if you cook it from the kernel, but lots of times when you buy it in the microwave popcorn, I think you just kind of need to look at the fat in it, But popcorn's supposed to be good for like bowel health and stuff. Have you heard that it was bad?
It's a question from somebody. Yeah, I guess it is. It is.
The kernel.
Yeah, from kernel, she says. So
Yeah.
it could be, yeah, from kernel. So from kernel is okay because there's a lot of roughage there, isn't there?
Yeah, it's good for your bowel health, but like you say, if you're putting it in the microwave and it's got all this butter and saturated fat and salt in it, then you kind of have to watch it.
Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Hi, well, you're welcome. It's nice to meet you all. And Mabel, I was going to say one more thing to you. When Zorari was giving her testament about her exercise definitely helps me sleep. I'm 49 and I sleep really well. And recently I've increased my exercise and it's even gotten better. So exercise also increases the gut bacteria, the healthy gut bacteria. So try to get moving if you're not moving already, and that should help with your heat flashes and your menopausal symptoms.
Thank you. So I think it just solidifies what we have been saying or trying to put across, that a healthy lifestyle, not just eating, in combination with exercising, in combination with maybe what you drink or not drink, and smoking as well, it all helps, to get you to get you healthy. And that's what we're going to try and push across to everyone, that look after yourself, It's not just a one thing that you need to look at, and it's not just the food that you need to look at. You need to look at the portions, you need to look at the proportions, you know, how much vegetables, fruit, everything. We need to look at everything. But this, do not let it overwhelm you. It's just that one thing. From Jennifer's talk, if you at least got one or two things, you know, start implementing on those one or two things, you will see some results coming. You know, you do not need to get, you know, frustrated because you have not been looking at the packages, you have not been taking the vegetables. Start with the vegetables and start on that, build on that, and you'll find yourself getting, you know, improving your lifestyle, your health will start improving. So thank you very much again, Jennifer. We might call you back again sometime if you are free.
Yeah, I would love to come back after I finish my menopause course. It's
Wow.
huge, but it's so interesting. I just sit and try to take it all in. So I'll maybe come back and chat with y'all after that.
As well as our exercises, because we need as much help as we can get. Otherwise, we won't be climbing any mountains soon.
Yeah.
So thank you
Well,
very
it sounds
much.
like y'all are quite a healthy bunch from what y'all have said. Or
So
you're trying it anyway. That's the first step, is just making small changes.
Okay, so see you next time. We are Kubatana, a non-profit, non-political organization. We try and help the poor in the society. And back in Zimbabwe, we try and help them get healthcare. And with all this, we can only do it with your donations. We're asking for at least £5 a month, and that will go a long way to, you know, getting to our goal. So any questions, any suggestions, anything you might want to discuss, just get in touch with us on Facebook. It's Kubatana Together As One. Thank you very much. See you next.
Do you have a Facebook group?